Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 of Let's Make a Model Battlewagon series, and I hope everybody's holidays have been going well for them, and safely. So let's move on. Pretty much what we have here is what I said would be here, which is painted up treads and tires. One thing about the treads, I would suggest painting it before fully assembling it because it's really hard to get a paintbrush in to get all the nooks and crannies. I didn't think about that until I started painting, so whoops. There's also a little cog piece that goes in on one of the corners here. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. It has a like a half moon shaped hole that has to match up to a half moon shaped peg. And if you don't match it up right, it won't go in right. So just make sure you dry fit, and then you'll be fine. As far as painting goes, everything got base coated Chaos Black, and then with the treads, it was a tin bits undercoat after the base coat, and then a liberal dry brushing, or a liberal brushing, like barely a dry brush, of Bulka metal over it, and that's it. For the tires, Chaos Black, then the tin bits on the rims. And for the red parts, it was Micrite red, followed by blood red on top of it, and then a dry brush of Bulka metal on that, and the rims. You really can't see it well, but the Fortress Monastery blog will have another post on it following this, and you should see it better with the picture there. Now they're technically not done painted. What I want to do is do a wash of Devlin mud over it to make it look grimier over all of it, including the tires. But I don't want to do that yet because I want to get them mounted to the chassis type bit. So that'll happen next. And what's next for this build of 2 Battlewagons is we got this piece here, and we got some other pieces. Pretty much, we got 2 of these pieces for Battlewagon, 1 of these pieces. These. Alright, so we got it all. Pretty much here, this is what the tires and the treads assemble to. This goes on here, like that. Pretty easy. This part attaches underneath, and I think something like that. And these parts attach to the front, which would be here, and this is what the tires attach to. So like a tire would go on, oh, this way, something like that, and the treads go onto the back here, and this gets assembled. So this is those things go on the side, and then this sits with those, with the tires and the treads, and for each Battlewagon. And what we'll have is a pile of parts will be 2 essentially chassis, if you will, for 2 Battlewagons. So that'll be pretty cool. It'll be a lot more manageable. Won't look like such a mess. I'm going to paint it, of course, as I go, because I paint as I go. Some people assemble everything and then paint, and more power to them. I can't do that. I mean, if I had to, I could. If I had a model and had to paint it and it was fully assembled, I could paint it. But it's a lot easier for me to paint it as I go. One thing I will suggest is, if you don't know the model too well, especially for vehicles, like for example this Battlewagon, I would suggest painting, at the very least, base coating everything, looking at some pictures, looking at the instruction manual that comes with it. Games Workshop also has this thing up, articles up for building vehicles. I don't know if they have every vehicle up there, but they have a decent amount of vehicles up there, and the Battlewagon is one of them. An article on how to build it, which shows you actually the model itself, not just a 3D CAD drawing. And so you get to see that and some captions instead of having no text at all, so that can help you there too. But the reason why I suggest at least base coating everything is because, let's say you're halfway through assembly, you glue pieces together, you paint as you go, and then you realize, oh, this part that I thought was going to be visible isn't, or I thought this part that was not going to be visible, turns out you're going to see it. And you can fix it at that point, but sometimes it'll be really hard to get to, and you just don't want that added frustration of having a raw plastic piece glaring at you, an otherwise painted model. So I suggest base coating it, at the very least. You can always go back in and touch it up if you can reach it. And if you can't, well, at least it looks like a dark recess. I also suggest dry fitting things, like when you're about to put something together where you think it may or may not cover certain sections. Don't glue it to the model. Put it down, look at everything. If it's going to have certain things exposed, then you know what to paint or what not to paint, and so on and so forth. But that's just my own opinion. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Next step will be making 2 of these, and then painting them up and having these wheels assembled and the treads assembled onto the chassis. So the next video you'll see will be 2 chassis with treads and wheels attached to them and painted. The Fortress Monastery post will probably have in progress shots of assembly and stuff like that. So check that out. That won't be with this post coming. It'll be after I finish it. After I finish this part. So the next post coming is just going to have the painted up treads and tires, and then after that, as I work on this, I'll take some pictures. That way, to the next progress update post, you'll see some in progress of this, in case anything gives me some trouble or whatnot. I can talk about it by showing you. Also, one thing to make note of: you'll see there's 2 different style of tire. Each battle wagon comes with 2 of each. So unless you're building multiple battle wagons at once, you're gonna have a battle wagon that has both styles on it, which isn't a bad thing. But the reason why I'm able to build 2 battle wagons, having one having only these type of tires and one having these type of tires, is because I'm building 2 at the same time. I believe the Orc trucks have similar tire types, just as a side note. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So up next will be 2 chassis assembled with the tires and treads on them, and we'll go on from there. So until next time, take it easy.